This game is being conducted according to the rules of the University Interscholastic League. Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence. We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth. But do not through any of your actions cause them to doubt the value of athletics. By your conduct, allow these young people to feel pride in their community and school. While
Sound check. Sound check.
Actions may play only a small part in the outcome of this game, it will play a greater role in continuing to encourage competitive athletics. Let's play and support these athletes the Texas way. At this time, we ask that you stand for the singing of the national anthem by Ridgepoint sophomore Roslyn Botero.
Amazing.
Powerful vocals. Atascocita High School, are you ready for some volleyball? Ridgepoint Panthers, are you ready for some volleyball? All right, tonight's officials are one Mandy Thomas, Jeff Peters, Annette Aldape, a line judge, and Talina Benavides, a line judge. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting lineup for the Atascocita Eagles. Number 1, a junior, Talia Parker. Number 2, a junior, Kate Brady. Number 3, a senior, Sadie Parsons. Number 4, a senior, Janessa Rodriguez. Number 5, a senior, Umera Anderson. Number 6, a sophomore, Peyton Fisher. Number 7, a sophomore, Keo. Number 8, a sophomore, Emily Suget. Number 9, a junior, Maddie Rumbar. Number 10, a junior, Jordan Morrow. Charlie Ross. Number 5, a senior, Reese Burnington. Number 6, a senior, Zia Sista. Number 7, a junior, Piper Marquardt. Number 8, a sophomore, Kaylee Reed. Number 9, a sophomore, Leslie Wooten. Number 10, a sophomore, Camille Chandler. Number 11, a senior, Caitlin Lee. Number 12, a junior, Lauren Davis. Number 13, a senior, Sonari Briggs. Number 14, a freshman, Addison Gossett. Number 15, a junior, Cameron O'Banner. Number 16, a sophomore, Sydney Frazier. Number 17, a senior, Maisie Nichols. Number 18, a senior, Taylor Johnson. Number 19, a sophomore, Kayla Johnson. And number 20, a senior, Jalen Robinson.
Yeah, in the back of the car.
I'll find it.
It's right on the. If you go out to the left, it's on the first berm or first barrier.
All right, introductions have been made. Welcome to tonight's matchup between your Atascocita Eagles and the crosstown rivals Ridge Point Panthers. We're set for a huge area matchup tonight as we rematch from last year's area matchup where an epic showdown was put together by these two teams. They went to 5 sets and Ridge Point was victorious with one set going 38-36. So there is history here with these teams. Eagles took an earlier game this year in a tournament play 2-1. So it's not without the realm of possibility the Eagles can take these sets tonight. At that time, though, they didn't have their number one player, Jaden Robinson, who was on tour with the national team at that time, and the Eagles were able to pull off the win there. She's been back. Since she's been back, the Ridge Point has come on strong and rattled off, similar to the Eagles, 18 consecutive wins to end the season. Statistically speaking, they match up pretty well. The offense definitely goes through, Ridge Point goes through Jaden Robinson. Their middles are quite strong with blocks, with a lot of blocks among them. But the Eagles are the more well-rounded and deeper team, and statistically speaking per sets, average more attacks, digs, sets, etc. Eagles were starting off with Jordan Morrow, the leader on the court in attacks and kills, Cotton and Gracie Williams in the back, Amelia Anderson, Samaria Williams, and Talia Parker on the front row. We are almost ready for first serve here, and it will be, looks like Ridge Point won the toss, and they have chosen to serve first. Get ready for some intense volleyball action tonight. You're in for a treat. A lot of college commits on the court on both sides of the net tonight, and it'll be fun to watch and see who comes out victorious. Atascocita looks to have the stronger crowd here. Cheerleaders and a lot of school support. We appreciate you guys. And all you watching back home cheering through those TV sets. We are at Phillips Fieldhouse here in Pasadena, Texas, the shared arena for all of the Pasadena high schools. A really nice complex with elevated or a lowered court with a nice foyer area and two separate concrete sets of stands. So nice and firm foundation for the camera tonight. We won't be rocking. The crowd hopefully will be rocking, but the stands won't be. And we are about to begin. Ridge point serve, whistle's blown, and here we go. And Williams just gonna have to send that one over. They set up on the right side, tip, and Williams is there. Morrow gets it up to Parker, tip. That's gonna be tight at the net. That's another tip. And then Anderson dives for the pickup. And Parker puts it down, and that's going to get out of the reach of Ridge Point. And the Eagles strike first on the Parker kill. We're probably going to see a lot of sustained rallies like that tonight. Great defense on both sides of the court. Tremendous athletes. Know that what's at stake and will go for every ball. Gracie Williams to serve for the Eagles. Tip and denied. And spit back over in a line by Anderson. What a great heads-up play by Anderson. And Ridge Point couldn't recover off that block. Eagles showing strong play at the net. 2-0 lead for Atascocita. Williams still serving. It's going to be a tough set. We'll get it back row. Oh, good heads up by Anderson to stay close enough. And then back to Parker. Deep, and that's going to be sent back in play. But the Eagles have a shot for setup. Where's Williams going to go? Oh, nobody's there. Oh, wow. Somehow Eagles able to keep it in play. Oh, but Anderson's going to be in the net. Good hustle by the Eagles on some weird ricochets. But it's going to be end up Ridge Point ball and point 2-1 Eagles up. But I like the hustle from the Eagles to go for every ball. That's a short serve picked up by Morrow. Williams back to Williams and just couldn't get it up over the net. 2-2. Oh, just missed the back line by Parker. No touch. And that'll be a Ridge Point lead, 3-2. Morrow back to Parker, and she goes cross, but that's tight at the net. And then that's going to be over. Yep, illegal over or approach at the net. Sorry. 3-3, tied up. Janessa Rodriguez comes in for the first time tonight to serve for Atascocita. Nice serve. Good pickup by Cotton on the tip, and back over to Anderson. Another tip. Diving by the libero. Another joust at the net. That's going to be double hit. I don't know how many times she hit it. Somehow the Ridge Point gets it over for a 4-3. Everybody was sucked up to the net from Atascocita. Just a tough break on that ball sent back to that corner. Good effort by Williams to get that back to Smartwood. And then another tight play at the net. A lot of adrenaline going. Big swing, and that goes out. That'll be Eagle Point. No touch. We're tied back up at 4. If it keeps going like this, we're going to be in for a long night of battles and close sets or lengthy sets. But come to expect that when two great teams come together in the area around. Kate Brady checks in at the net. Mario Williams goes back to serve. Eagles doing a good job of picking up the tip. Well, that's a tough angle from Morrow. Couldn't get it over. Ridge point, 4-5. Cotton checks back in. Good play by Rodriguez, and then Brady goes power to the back row and gets the kill off the defender. Great looking setup right there. Brady was positioned right in the middle of the block and had an open shot right to the back court. Keogh and Fisher come in on the double substitution, and Keogh will be back to serve, tied at 5. That's a long run for the setter. Tip, Keogh. And that's off the block for Fisher. Point Atascocita. Good looking pass from Cotton at the net. And the Eagles take a 6-5 lead. Oh, that gets over. But Ridgepoint sets up on the outside. Big swing, back row, but Cotton's there. Gets it to Keogh, back over to Peyton Fisher. Dug out by Ridgepoint. Another big tip, and that goes off the block for Ridgepoint, .66. Good effort diving into the chairs, but can't quite get it back in. It's going to be a point for Ridgepoint, up 7-6. Or as the young kids would say, 6-7. That goes out on the service error. We're tied at 7. Back and forth we go. Morrow will go back to serve, and Parker back in at the net. Oh, nice ace for Morrow. Just caught the net and dropped. 8-7. Eagles lead back. 7. Sent deep and too far out of bounds, 8-8. Eagles had a chance to try to get a 2-point lead, but couldn't make it work. Back to Ridgepoint. Tough serve and can't be handled by the Eagles. Ridgepoint takes the lead back. Misjudged that one, 8-10, and Ridgepoint has a 2-point lead for the first time today. This time, Eagles pick it up and just have to free ball it over. Macro attack. Oh, good pickup, but that's going to be tight at the... Oh, it's sent over. Good job by Cotton to dig that out. And then Keogh back to Parker. And that'll go for a kill for Atascocita. Great effort to keep the ball in play and get an opportunity to set up a shot. Cotton back to serve for the Eagles, down by 1. Great Samaria Williams back in at the net. Tipped by Eagles. Oh, Atascocita, and they keep it in play. Another set on the outside, and that's a slam by Bridgepoint on the slide. 9-11. Good hands by Atascocita, and then Samaria Williams is blocked. 9-12. Bridgepoint able to stretch out the lead. That's a overpass that's slammed down by Bridgepoint. It's a good pickup on that deep serve, but just too much power back to the net. Fisher goes cross, but picked up by Ridgepoint. That goes out. No touch. Eagles get a break on the hit out of bounds. 10-13. Eagles still down 3. Gracie Williams and Mary Anderson back in. That's it back, and that's a great effort to keep it in play, but the Eagles have another shot to set up the offense. This time, Anderson's block, and then a roll shot, but again, defended by Ridgepoint. And that's a hitting error on Ridgepoint, Eagle point, 11-13. Another serve out of bounds, 11-14. Eagles going to have to clean those serves out to stay within striking distance of Ridgepoint. And that goes off the block. Oh, wow. They are not following the line very closely. And Panthers go tip off the block, and Eagles can't recover. 11-15. Anderson's tip is picked up and flipped back over. Eagles with another shot. That's tight, a tough play. And again, the Eagles got sucked in and couldn't cover the entire court. Five-point lead now for the Panthers. Good pick up by Ridgepoint. Send it back over. Another good dig by Williams. And then Anderson, just soft enough touch, but a lot of back and forth. And then this time that tip does go for Parker. Eagles get the ball back. Finally. 12-16. And Rodriguez back in to serve. Eagles down 4. Need a run. Rodriguez. Ridgepoint's still able to handle, but Eagles with a shot to set up, and they do for Anderson. She goes across, but again, Eagles get an opportunity. Another shot back to Anderson. Eagles can't do much with that. Big swing by the little kicking action. Kept in play. This time, Morrow hits too high, 12-17. Coach Odom's going to call her first timeout of the set with the Eagles down 5. We'll take a brief break. That's good. Good to hear. All right, back from the timeout. Eagles trying to break some momentum. Not that they're doing much wrong, but Ridgepoint just gets some breaks, so they're going to try to break the serve here and get the ball back. That just goes off the hands of Morrow, 12-8. Yes, and that's in the net for Ridgepoint. They got excited, but a little too aggressive. Hit the net, 13-18. Eagles catch a break. And Brady checks in. Samaria Williams will go back to serve. Eagles still down 5. And that was a good change-up by Ridgepoint. Went for the full swing and then just took enough off of it to sneak it in front of the defense, 14-19. I guess we lost it. Eagles lost that on the deflection. Had a shot and just let it hit the ground. 13-20. Great little serve. It's just shoots right over the net. And that sneaks in. For the Panthers, 21-13. And another timeout for Atascocita. See if the Eagles can mount a comeback. If not, we're going to have to keep playing and take some additional sets. Last year, Eagles took the first set and then lost the middle two. This time, Morrow gets good contact into the block and gets the point and the kill for the Eagles. Keogh and Fisher back in. And Keogh will serve for Atascocita. Down by 7. That's it, but tip again. Kept in play. Sent back over by Atascocita. With a dump, and Keogh's there. Heads up play. And Fisher goes cross, and that's deflected. But Panthers recover. That should have been a double contact. And then Morrow throws it down. The Eagles working their way back, playing some clutch defense. Still down by 6. Good touch at the net by Atascocita. Can't set up, and that's pushed back, and then good diving effort by Rodriguez, but just scoots off her arm out of bounds. Panther point, 22-15 lead for Ridge Point. Out. Another point, Ridge Point. Ooh, that one goes way out of reach. And that'll set up set point for the Panthers. And that keeps the Eagles in the game, in the sets, on the kill for Morrow, 16-24. The Eagles have to go on a substantial run. Parker back in. See if they can make a... Ooh. That's why she's going to Nebraska. 25-16. Ridge Point takes the first set here in the area round. But there's possibly four sets to go. You got to win 3. We're going to take a break between these right, we're about to begin the second set. Ridge Point takes the first set. $25. To 16. Eagles will serve. Gracie Williams will serve for Atascocita. Big tip, but picked up by Parker. Back to Anderson. Big swing off the block. Eagles again back on the board first. That's going to be sent way back, but luckily the Panthers can't do anything with it this time. Anderson comes and gets another kill. Anderson on a hot streak with the first 2 points for Atascocita here in the second set. Another miss received by Panthers, and that's denied by Samaria Williams and Parker. .30 Eagle lead. The Eagles would love to race off to a strong start and just maintain over the duration. This time over the outside, and that sneaks by the diving defense of Atascocita. 3-1. Ridge Point on the board. Parker's denied by Ridge Point, 3-2. That's what they're known for. The Eagles are going to have to find a way around that. Those 3 players at the net, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3". This time they go back row, but defended by Ridge Point. And that goes for a kill, and the Ridge Point has tied it up at 3 after getting behind 3-0. Clean receive, back to Parker, tips, and that's not picked up by Panthers, and the Eagles take the lead back 4-3. Rodriguez and Parker out. That's blocked, but inside the nets on the Eagles side. We're tied back up at 4. There's nothing you can do about that one as it's put down on the overpass, 4-5. Oh my gosh. Eagles not communicating on that one, 4-6.
Can the line people not get balls?
That'll be a kill for Anderson. The down ref was right there and called it. Eagles back within 1. Good effort, but just too strong, out of bounds on the dig. Off the Tascasita 5-7. Ridge Point lead. Back and forth rally. You need their team able to really set up the offense. That one goes off the Eagles. 5-8.
That's all.
6-8. Eagles down 3. That finds the back corner from Anderson. Lead cut to 2. Keogh and Fisher back in. Sorry, gotta get him. Out! Eagles back within 1 on the hitting error from Ridge Point. Tip, but picked up. Cotton's able to get it back over to Morrow. She goes deep, and that's just out. 7-9. Coming, setter dump, but Eagles can't pick it up. 7-10. Another overpass gets put back down by Ridge Point. Now 4-point lead for the Panthers. Pick up, just sent too far over, put back by the Panthers. Another 5-point lead for Ridge Point. Lift! Yeah, they finally called it. Lift on Ridge Point, Eagle Point, 8-12. Parker back in, and Morrow to serve. Eagles desperately trying to find a way to get back into this. Setter dump, private Keogh, but picked up. They go outside, tips, and Parker Able to get it, and then Keogh. Tough play at the net. That's going to be out of bounds on the Eagles. Point, Ridge Point, 8-13. Parker gets a solid look at it and puts it down. 9-13, Cotton back to serve. Just clips the net, 9-14. Parker again puts it down. We need more of that. Gracie Williams back in and Peyton Fisher back in. Good sliding effort, but the Eagles can't keep it in play, 10-15. Just too strong from the cross by Anderson, goes out of bounds, 10-16. Eagles just not able to get into a groove. Get some good hits and then they just give it right back in the next couple plays. Denied by the Eagles, but Ridge Point keeps it in play. And that gets a lucky bounce for the Eagles. They'll take it. Rodriguez back to serve for Atascocita, looking for something to get back into this game, this set. Going with a good kill off the block, out of bounds. Last touch by Ridge Point. 12-16. That's just sheer power over the block, and she could go wherever she wants to go. Oh, wow, what a great little soft tip by Samaria Williams. Just around the block and drops it. Eagles still down 4. Eagles had a shot but couldn't pick it up, and Bridgepoint back to 5-point lead. Looks like Atascocita takes a timeout. I missed the signal. All right, Ridgepoint serving out of the timeout. Eagles down 5. Easy putback for Ridgepoint on the overpass, 13-19.
Setters need to go up like they're going to block that to see if they can get a call. Because staying down, you got to get a shot.
Another ace from Ridgepoint, 13-20. That's put down by Morrow. Fisher and Keogh back in. Down 6, need a run. But those have been hard to come by against this tough Ridgepoint team. But can't go on a run, serving out of bounds. Point Panthers. And then hit into the net by the Atascocita. Will not get any points, 14-22. Dug by Cotton, somehow kept in play. Fisher into the net, 14-23. Another timeout at Atascocita.
It's pretty hard to tell if you're not really getting the ball right.
Eagles trying to stave off this second set. But just can't get any offense going. But now do on Morrow Kill. Still down by 8. But they do get the ball back to serve. And Parker checks back in. Fisher able to get a little deflection off of the block. Another point for Tascasita, 16-23. Morrow still serving for the Eagles. That gets out. Tascasita point. I know. She was just trying to hold her balance. Didn't look like she was going to call it in, but the line judge did call it out. It was out. And that hits the antenna from on the ball by the Ridge Point, and they're going to take a timeout because the Eagles have caught a little bit of momentum on a little bit of run. Let's see if the Eagles can keep it going after the timeout. All right, let's see if the Eagles can make another run or a deeper run to close this gap here in the second set. Just off the block for a Ridge point. Set point again for the Panthers. Good recovery by the Tascasita. Oh wow, Cotton flies over, but sent over by Brady, and that's going to be a double contact, ending the set. 25-18. See, we're going to swap sides. Eagles are going to have to win 3 in a row for a chance to move on. We'll go on mute due to the music, copyright laws. We'll be back. All right, let's see if the Eagles can flip the script and take 2 from Ridgepoint. Get to that final deciding 5th set. A lot of work to do, a lot of errors to clean up. Parker goes deep, but defended by Ridgepoint. They go outside and picked up, but out of bounds. Ridgepoint on the board first here in the 3rd set. Ridgepoint down in Missouri City. Oh, that goes off the Eagle for another Ridgepoint point. That goes out. Eagles catch a break on the serving error. That goes right through the block for another Ridgepoint point, 3-1. Short serve, Eagles point. Rodriguez to serve. And that's out of bounds. Back over to Ridgepoint. Anderson able to put one down. Anderson been the most consistent hitter. Sorry. This match tonight. Eagles need to stay close. Samari Williams to serve. Eagles can't do much with it. Tip, and Williams able to get it up and then over, and then Rodriguez is back there to pick it up, and then Morrow. And they're going to say no touch. Neither of the line judges could see or tell if it was touched or not. They refused to call it. But the up ref said out off the Eagles. Point, Ridgepoint up by 2. Float, and that does go out 4-5. Keogh and Fisher back in for the first time this set. Keogh to serve. So, awkward looking hit, but it takes effect. Looks like she kind of snuck it back behind the block, but stayed in bounds. And Ridgepoint back to a 2-point lead. And that time the tip from Morrow sneaks in. Eagles back within 1. Morrow to serve. Parker back in at the net. And that's misplayed by Ridgepoint. Eagles catch a break on the Panther error. Tied at 6. Just sheer power from the back row from the Nebraska commits. 6-7. Eagles down 1. Another big hit, but this time Morrow's able to pick it up, and Parker with a shot. But again, defended by Ridgepoint. And they try to set her dump again, but Keogh is there. And then Parker goes, wow, what a great dive by defender. Roll shot. Oh, from her knees, Parker pops it up. Back to Fisher. Oh, that's out of bounds. No way. Oh, they're going to call that sneaking inside the antenna and somehow drops. I don't know, but it is what it is. 6-8 on the crazy play. Eagles struggling to get the offense set up. Slide, misplayed. Break for the Eagles, 7-8. Samaria Williams steps back in as Brady checks out, and Cotton goes back to the line. Oh, nobody's there. Cotton has to fly in. And Fisher goes down for the kill. And we're tied at 8. Eagles with some fights. Not going away yet. Tough play for Panthers, and they can't get recover. Eagles take the lead back 9-8. Oh, just too much length on the Ridgepoint side. Oh, finally a denial by Samaria Williams. Monster block on that back row attack. And that's going to force a timeout from Ridgepoint. Wow, what a momentum changer. That could be for the Eagles as we go into the timeout. Eagles up 2. All right, Eagles trying to add on to this lead here in this third set. Eagles down 2-0. Cotton to serve out of the timeout. And that goes off the block this time, falls on the Eagle side of the court, 10-9. Parker can't get it to go. Push back over to Fisher. She goes cross. And that's on the line for a kill. She took just enough to sneak it in on the line. And Gracie Williams and Amelia Anderson will come back in. Eagles up 2. And Williams will serve. There's too much adrenaline in that ball. Eagles lead just by 1. Parker's tipped high in the air. Then that's slammed down. No contest for the Panthers hitter. We're tied back up at 11. That's pushed back to the corner, and they weren't ready for that. Samaria Williams wisely finds a spot and can't defend. And the Eagles take the lead back, 12-11. Parker subs out for Rodriguez. And she'll go back to serve. Just too much power on that link from Jaden Robinson. Can't be stopped, 12-12. That time, again, Samaria Williams with the right placement. Gives the edge back to the Eagles. And she'll go back to serve as Brady checks in at the net. Oh, that's misplayed by Panthers, and Eagles have a chance to add on to this lead. Where do they go? And they can't do it. A hit goes out of bounds. No touch by Ridgepoint. Tied back up at 13. Little serving specialist for Ridgepoint steps back in. She's got some great velocity on her serves. But that one's too far. A little too confident. Eagles again take the lead back. Fisher and Keogh back in. And Keogh will serve. Oh, now time that block is picked up. But the Eagles with the shot. Morrow tips. Defended by Ridgepoint. Another dump, but Cotton's there to pick it up. And then Keogh back over to Fisher. Somehow gets it to go. And then Rodriguez. Another dump. Oh, some collision. Oh, that's going to be... Oh, back and forth rally. This time pushed back to Fisher. And that goes back. by the defense this time in favor of the Eagles on the huge rally. What fun ball to watch, especially when the Eagles come out on the advantage of that hit. 2-point lead for Atascocita. Surprised they haven't pulled that Bridgepoint player that got collided with, but looks like she's hurting. But again, Jaden Robinson connects and puts it down, 15-14. Eagles up just one. Hitting error, serving error. Gives the point back to the Eagles. Morrow will go back to serve. Parker in at the net, 16-14. Oh, and that's going to be an ace for Eagles, and they have their largest lead of the set, maybe even the match. Let's see if they can keep it going, 17-14. The Eagles trying to claw their way back into this match, one set at a time. Tip. Can't be picked up by Atascocita, 17-15. Matt finds the back corner for Parker. Back to a 3-point lead for Atascocita. Cotton will go back to serve with a 3-point lead. Tip, Keogh to Cotton to Fisher, blocked. And Eagles just going to have to reset on this one. Oh, almost get that to drop. Parker goes and finds the hole again on the Cotton pass, and that's going to force Ridgepoint to take their last time out. The Eagles have taken a 4-point lead here late in the third set, trying to take a set and push it to a fourth set. Eagles finding some offensive momentum here in this third set, trying to close it out and force a fourth and fifth set. Tip. Good effort by Cotton on the pancake, but no one was over there to get it. And Ridgepoint gets the point back. Oh, they're going to call us in the net. Panther point, 19-17. They go back to Fisher. She finds the back corner. Kia and Fisher will rotate out for Williams and Anderson. And Williams will go back to serve. That's going to be an ace for Williams. Lead back to 4. Clutch ace from Williams to keep the ball out of the hands of the Panther offense. Good dig. Little flick over. Almost goes. Williams goes and gets it on the recovery. Great heads up by Samaria Williams on the hustle plays by the Eagles. Eagles up 5 and just sucked the life out of the Panther crowd as they thought they had it in the bag, but the Eagles will not go quietly into the night. Out, but line judge calls it in, 22-18. Anderson roll shots, and that's sent back. But Morrow tracks it down, and then Williams, just too tight at the net, and that's point for Panthers. They're back within 3. With a 3-point lead, Eagles would just be content to go back and forth and change points, but they got to play offense. And that Williams' hit is deflected. Big swing. Cotton gets it to Williams, back row attack, Morrow can't be tracked down. Great changeup on the offensive strategy there. Morrow's gotten into a rhythm. Maybe she can get back on track to get some kills to finish out this game, this set. As Rodriguez comes in, 4-point lead for Atascocita. They need 2 for a 3rd set victory. Oh, good serve by Rodriguez. Barely. Oh, and that's misplayed. And we have set point for Atascocita. That's picked up by Ridgepoint. They go. Jaden Robinson again in the clutch with the kill, but still set point for the Atascocita. Need just 1 to go to the 4th set. Blocked. Just out. But that's off Eagles. 21-20. That's the right call. The block goes off Atascocita, out of bounds. 24-21. Tip, and Eagles can't recover. Panthers just down 2 now. And that's going to force Atascocita to take a timeout to try to break some of this momentum and close out. go Eagles! Eagles huddling at the end of this timeout, trying to get it together to take this third set. Anderson, Morrow, and that'll be the set for the Eagles. We are still playing ball here tonight at the Phillips Fieldhouse as the Eagles take the third set 25-22 and force a fourth set. We'll be back for the fourth set here in a minute as we break. All right, here we go. We're about set to begin the fourth set as the Eagles are down 2-1, but have the momentum here. Apologize for muting during timeouts and breaks. This is the first time I think I've ever seen a playoff game have a DJ, but here we are. I have to mute because of copyright rules from YouTube. They'll take down my video and stream if I'm not careful. Eagles will serve first here in the fourth set. It'll be Gracie Williams at the line, trying to take this fourth set and force a fifth and deciding set. And here we go. And that'll start with the Eagle momentum and the ace for Gracie Williams.
It's exciting. It's fun to watch them up there. The screen kept turning on and off. And I wanted to scream at the game
Williams goes deep, and that's another ace right over the defense. The Gracie Williams ace. Magic still going, but the Eagles took a 3-0 lead last set and let the Panthers get back into it. That one's picked up by Ridgepoint. And Parker with a great dig. And then, wow, Williams somehow gets the kill to go. Samaria Williams on the second touch. But got to be careful because if you try to set that or use two hands, a lot of times they call a double. But she did a good job of keeping her head even with the ball and found a spot for it to go for an Eagles point. 3-0 lead. Yeah, that hit the antenna. That's out on Ridge Point. That was not a touch by Tascasita. Out on the Panthers, 4-0. As the Panthers look a little off kilter, not surprised by that last set win. Another ace for Gracie Williams. 5-0. Panthers put in a defensive substitution to try to get their serve receive cleaned up. But hopefully it's just too little too late and the Eagles can maintain this lead for the duration. That's deep and they're not going to be able to do much with that. Anderson's kill is picked up by Richmond. They got a shot on the right side and they go across and the defense had sucked over to that side. Good heads up by Panthers to put the Panther hitter to put it back over there. And they get on the board. Still 5-1 lead for Atascocita. Clean receive by Eagles. Oh, good heads up by Anderson. And she sends it deep, but right at the defense. Tip. Oh, good job again by Anderson. Back over to Parker. Swing, and that's going to find a hole. Great patience by the Eagles. And rotate that ball around to get it to the open attacker. Parker steps out for Rodriguez to serve. Eagles still up 5. That's tied at the net. And that's going to be a legal hit by the setter. Point Eagles 7-1. And that does force Ridgepoint a first time out.
They almost call that differently.
Momentum here in the 4th set, trying to force a 5th set. They can just cling onto the 6-point lead and ride it out. That's going to be tough for them to bring that back in, and they barely do. Oh, good job by Anderson. And then Morrow, yes! Right inside the line. Wow, what a great play by the Eagles. And on the back row line. Wow, what right over the net, but playable. Big swing and blocked. Good job by Rodriguez to get that ball up, and then Williams tips, and Rodriguez tracks it down. Oh, Morrow into the net, 8-2. Oh, that rolls over the net. But Eagles miss out on an opportunity to set up the offense. Oh, wow, just touched it right over the net. And then, back and forth. Neither team able to set up the offense. Oh. And that is a great setup and adjustment by Morrow on that ball from Rodriguez.
We should start from that and have the whole team swap right behind their back. Because they're over there.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be like, this is your side. Yeah, well, you're behind our back.
Right.
Put your bench on our side.
Right. Brady gets back on the court, and Samaria Williams to serve. Eagles up 7. Oh, just a roll shot out of the reach of the diving Eagle. 9-3. Cotton checks back in on the middle substitution.
When we step in college, every time she hits the blue, feels like a 10-minute delay for them to clean it up.
Anderson not able to get a good shot, but Williams got a piece of it, but into the net. Point Panthers. Starting to eat into this lead. Eagles need to get the ball back. They need as big a cushion as they can keep.
No!
How do you
She
know
left
that?
it over the net! It's terrible!
Anderson soft touch, but again picked up by the Panthers. Back to Anderson. This time she goes power and somehow keep it up. But Eagles get it back. And that'll go for a kill for Morrow right inside the Panther block. What a timely kill needed to keep the Panthers from eating into that lead. Keogh and Fisher check in on the double substitution. And Keogh back to serve. Oh, and that's misplayed by the setter. She tried to get fancy with it. And 11-5. Eagles back to 6-point lead. Tip. And Cotton gets a piece of it. They go back to the middle, tip, and good job by Fisher. Back to Morrow. Oh, wow, with the killer cross. Morrow starting to get into a groove, and that's much needed for the Eagles here late in this match. Back to a 7-point lead for Atascocita. Oh, and they cannot set up on that ball. Keogh to Cotton to Morrow. See if she's got the magic in, and she does. She is feeling it. And that'll force another timeout from the Ridge Point Panthers. 13-5, back to an 8-point lead. We'll take a break and be back after. we go. Eagles with all the momentum as Keogh goes back to serve with an 8-point lead. And denied by Morrow. Wow, Eagles finally getting it together. And the way we know that they could have played. Putting it all together, 9-point lead for Atascocita. Long run for that setter. And that's put back by All-American Jaden Robinson, 14-6, 8-point lead. Still for Atascocita. But would love to keep as big a cushion as possible. Morrow again defended and put down, but not powerful enough. Big swing, tips over the Eagle defense. Point Panthers 14-7. Panthers have shown they can go on a run, but the Eagles can keep these runs to 1 or 2. They'll be fine. Oh, nice clutch tip by Morrow, 15-7. Back to an 8-point lead. Parker checks back in at the front row, and Morrow goes back to serve. Eagles up 8. Parker with a shot, but dug out by Ridgepoint. Back row attack, and that's not been stopped all night. Well, one time Williams got a block on it, but 15-8. Cotton tried to pick up that hit on the overpass, but just got out of her reach. 15-9. Now down to 6-point lead. That's better pass from Parker. Back to Fisher. Dug by Panthers. Back to the outside. And that's out. Eagles catch a break on that ball, just barely going out. The line judge making a split-second decision to call that out. 16-9. Eagles up 7. Cotton to serve. Samaria Williams checks back in. Tip. This time from the back row. Keogh back to Fisher. Oh, almost got a little help from the net. And the Eagles get in. Oh, and they hit that into the net for an error, 17-9. Eagles stretch it back to an 8-point lead as we wane late here in the 4 sets. That's a high. Good pickup by Morrow. Fisher tips. That's all she could do with it. Oh, Williams back to Fisher. Morrow tracks it down. Parker just sends it over for the reason. Oh! It catches the Panthers off guard, and she'll get credit for a kill on the bump over. 18-9. Up play there, saw that coming. Parker goes deep, and Panthers keep it in play. Tip, can't go. Panthers play it on the outside, big hit, but picked up again Back to Parker, goes cross. Oh yes, and that'll be a point. Eagles take a 10-point lead here in the fourth set. Panthers have no timeouts left. They cannot break this momentum.
Oh, so they're going to wipe the floor every time. They're going to timeout.
Yep. So they're resorting to the wipe the floor technique of stalling or tying their shoes.
No time.
Cotton serving, Eagles up 10. Another back row, and that's going to find a home, 19-10. The Panthers have no timeouts and are resorting to claiming the floor is wet to stop the game and the momentum. Not cool, but it is what it is. Eagles miss out on opportunity. Oh, good job by Fisher. And then Williams is put back, 19-11. Fisher flies out of nowhere, but her dig is picked up. Her attack is picked up. Williams, wow, able to get it back to Fisher. She goes cross, but out of bounds, 19-12.
Come on, put her on.
This time Parker tips back, but you can't give him that. Yes, and they call her over the net finally. Error on, or mistake on the Panthers, 20-12. And Gracie Williams and
That wasn't as bad as the rest of it. That was close.
Amiri Anderson check back in.
It wasn't even settled. Although you have to defend this one,
Yeah. 20-12. Gracie Williams to serve. Eagles need 5. Tip. Good pickup by Parker, and then back over to Anderson.
Yes.
And that's going to be a long run. That's going to be out of the reach for the kill for Anderson, 21-12. It's nice and toasty in here. Big set. Blocked by the Eagles. Another tip. Pick up by Cotton. Wow, Anderson gets that over. And then heads up play by Panthers, but Morrow got a paw on it. But into the net, 21-13. Eagles still up 8. Good coverage by Parker there. Back to Anderson. Tips a roll. Williams, Cotton, Parker goes back row, but again defended nicely by the Panthers. And then they send it out for an Eagle point. 22-13. And that's out. 23-13. That's an actual ace for Rodriguez. Back to a 10-point lead. And barring a tremendous comeback from Ridge Point, the Eagles will send this to a 5th set. at the net by the Eagles to give Morrow a shot. Cotton pops it. And that'll find it. Oh, wow, still in play. Back to Morrow. And that'll be, that was so close. 23-14. Good setup by the Eagles, but just couldn't close it down. Eagles just need 2, up by 9. Goes back to Anderson, tips. Sends back over. Oh, and Cotton gets the kill. On the rare libero kill, 24-14, and that'll set up set point. And Samario Williams goes back to serve for set point for Atascocita. Dropped easily. Oh. And she's in the net! She's in the net! Eagles win the set! 25-14. And we are going to 5th and deciding set to 15 points.
I didn't see anybody in the net, but the net was shaking. And again, I saw nothing hit it, something hit it. So it must have been her. Yeah, I don't know.
Fans getting fired up for this 5th set as the chance to move on to the regional semifinals is on the line, where the winner of this game will play the winner of Jersey Village and Seven Lakes. who's also playing tonight. I don't have a score update for them.
Are they better than both of the other teams?
Yes. The Texas 6A D1 Region 3 Area Championship on the line. 1 game to 15. The fans, the cheerleaders, willing this team to close out what they call a reverse sweep. In front or behind?
Oh, they can substitute anytime, anywhere. They're so free to do whatever. That's why they call it libero. Freedom.
No, the libero can.
Yeah.
But I've seen other kids go back there.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what confused me.
I don't know if there's a rule about it,
You
but
can think on the rotation that goalie goes out,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I think whoever comes in also when they come in for her.
The only
I think
there's no rule. It's just for ease of use to see from the bench who goes in for whom, because they record this.
I've seen the down that the kids go back out and go do it again.
Yeah. Eagles will serve first here in this 5th set. Trying to keep the momentum going. They seized the momentum in the 3rd set. Took the 4th set in dominating fashion and trying to keep that going here in the 5th set as Gracie Williams serves deep but picked up. That's blocked. Oh, so close. Good job on the block, but it's just too powerful, out of bounds off the Eagles. Panthers up 1 early. Williams goes to Williams, and that's inside, perfectly placed. 1 to 1, and Rodriguez comes in to serve for Parker. That service picked up, played on the slide, and that's denied, but kept in play by the Panthers. The Eagles have a chance to set up the offense, and it goes on their slide, tipped over, another opportunity to set up. Cotton goes back over to Morrow, and she's denied by the Panthers, and a good block. Williams tracks it down over to Anderson. It's deflected at the net. And they go back to the right side. And Cotton gets a piece of it. Oh, wow. Just barely picked up, and it goes out of bounds off the Eagles. 3-1, Panthers lead. Eagles can't afford to get behind by much because this only goes to 15. Murrow's denied. Eagles just have to pass it over. Panthers set up. Tip. Oh, wow. What a great tip by the Panthers. Little left directive tip. 4-1 Panthers. Back to Anderson, and she sneaks that one in. The Eagles get the ball back. Still down by 2. Kate Brady comes in. Samaria Williams back to the line to serve. Eagles down 2. Samaria Williams has got some aces up her sleeve. Let's see if she can play them now. And that's put down by Morrow. Just as good as an ace, but Morrow gets credit for the point instead of Samaria Williams. But the Eagles will take it back within 1. Denied, but out of bounds. They're going to call it out of bounds.
He called cut. Learn your hand signals.
It looks like the line judge called touch off of Panthers, but the up ref, that's a really hard ball to call, looking at the nets and then looking down with the ball hit that hard, but it is what it is. Oh, sucks. What? No! So that was a bad call.
Never went over the net!
3-6, Panthers up. Another block by the Panthers, showing some strength at the net. Eagles not able to find the attack rhythm. Down 4 quickly here, midway through the first set, or the 5th set. Morrow hits the antenna. Eagles find themselves down 5. And they're going to call a timeout to try to regroup. Eagles in a hole here in the 5th set. And there's no touch called on that ball. Setter down, but picked up. Back, Anderson tips. The Panthers there again. Oh, good heads up by Anderson. Panthers set up again on the right side. And that goes in front of our defense, 30-10. Catch a break on the serve into the net from the Panthers. And that'll bring in this double substitution of Keogh and Fisher. 4-10. Eagles need a run. Panthers seem really focused. And they get the kill off of the deflection for 11. Eagles were there, just deflected out of the reach of all the closest Lady Eagles. Push to Morrow, and she goes to the dugout. Oh, that's a weird hit. So Eagles with the shot. They go back to Morrow again, and she finds the back row for a clutch hit. Still 6-point lead for Panthers. But Parker comes back in. Some big hitters on the offense on the court for Tascasita. Now is the time to go on a run with Morrow serving. Oh, and that's weird. Morrow able to keep it in play, and then give Fountain gets Parker a shot, and she takes care of it. 6-11. That's just sheer power. Not much you can do about that. 6-12. Panthers up 6. Eagles running out of time here in the 5th set. And they're going to take another timeout. Their second and final timeout. Ace for Panthers. Pushes it to a 7-point deficit. Time running out for the Eagles. That time, Parker picks it up, and then Fisher has to adjust and can't get enough power on it. Back. Eagles can't handle it, and that brings up match point for the Eagles. Barring a huge comeback from the Eagles, they will end the season at the area level after a tremendous district run, back-to-back-to-back district champions, 50-0 in that time frame. And that will end it for the Eagles. And that also ends my days broadcasting volleyball, as Chloe Cotton will end her senior season and move on. We wish the Eagles the best next year, but did their best to take down the tough Ridgepoint team. It just came up short in that 5th set. Thanks for tuning in. Best of luck to all the Eagles and all sports the remainder of the year. Thanks for your support in the community as we try to carry on the Tascasita legacy and keep it the A way. Thanks again. Take care.